أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله، ثم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد طب القلوب ودوائها ونور أبصارها، وعلى أهل بيته الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كثيرة العلل وطويلة العمل، إن مسها الشر تجزع وإن مسها الخير تمنع. Once again, we thank Almighty Allah for gracing us with this wonderful moment in this beautiful and holy month of Ramadan to continue seeking nearness of our beloved merciful Creator. We pray that Allah Azza wa Jal makes it easy for all of us on our way towards perfection. Remember, mu'mineen and mu'minat, sa'imin, lovers and followers of Ahl al-Bayt, the main journey is journey towards self-discovery. As when a person is able to discover him or herself, then it makes it easy for the person to discover his beloved Creator. The holy month is moving very fast. And if there is a month for all of us to try as much as we can to build that strong relationship with Allah, is this month of Ramadan. And hence, we've been discussing this beautiful munajat Shaqeen of Sayyidus Sajideen. And the purpose of this munajat, as we mentioned severally, is for us to understand our nafs. Because when you understand your nafs, things become very easy for you on your journey towards Allah. When you understand your nafs, you will enjoy the worship of Allah. When you understand your nafs, you will crave to worship. When you understand your nafs, you cannot wait for salat time to be up, for you to stand there and begin that intimate conversation and communication with Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Last night, we looked at mahalik, disasters. And we mentioned the outcome of nafsul ammara are the disasters we outlined last night. And what causes that? We mentioned tughyan. Kindly, mu'minin and mu'minat, let these things register in our minds. So as we go about our lives, whether personal lives, social lives, economical life, intellectual life, let us remember our nafs can lead us to positivity and our nafs can lead us to negativity. A true servant of Allah is the one who has upper hand over his nafs. We're going to look at another beautiful line from this beautiful munajat. And the line will inshallah appear on the screen. It is the line I quoted earlier on. Kindly look at the line. We are doing tafsir of Munajat al-Shaqin. Look at the line, relate to the line, experience the line. Then when we begin dissecting the line, you are able to benefit from it. Imam Zainul Abidin is ma'soom, infallible. Imam never committed any sin. But Imam is teaching I and you that learn to complain about nafsul ammara. Learn to complain to Allah about the tactics of shaitan. Learn to complain to Allah about the agent of shaitan that are making it difficult for you to climb the highest spiritual ladder. Ramadan is about spirituality. Ramadan is about mysticism. Ramadan is about having those intimate connection with Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. Any other thing is secondary when it comes to spirituality in the holy month of Ramadan. The entire life and existence is about spirituality. Now look at the line. كثيرة العلل وطويلة العمل إن مسها الشر تجزع وإن مسها الخير تمنع نفس. Imam is saying, it meaning the soul has many excuses. So we'll look at the excuses tonight. How many excuses we give when it comes to Allah? How many justification we offer when we wrong and we know that we are wrong? And extended fantasies, unnecessary ambitions, unnecessary objectives. Then Imam at the end says, it is anxious to lead me towards evil. In massaha sharru tajza. When the nafs is afflicted with challenges, the nafs complain, the nafs scream. But look at the last line. And it is reluctant to take me to all that is good. Now kindly pay attention. Let's look at this line for tonight. You see, nafs is very strange. Nafs has a very strange mood. It can turn that way, as we know. It can turn this way. Nafs has different faces. So anyone who masters nafs properly will appreciate the faces of nafs. And once you appreciate those faces, then wallahi you will sail nicely to Allah. You will die in Allah. You will annihilate in Allah. You will be absorbed by Allah. You will see nothing but Allah. And you will feel no one but Allah. You know that lady? Gawhar Shad. You go to Mashhad, there is a mosque in the haram of Imam Ar-Ridha alayhi salam. The name of that, there's a mosque there they call Gawhar Shah. She was a queen. One youth, young adult, approached her and asked for her hand in marriage. Queen, somebody out of nowhere went to her and proposed to her. She looked at him. She said, no problem. I have one request, one requirement. Once you achieve the requirement, then no big deal. I'm going to marry you. Guess what's the requirement? I want you to spend 40 days and nights worshiping Allah, completing Quran, fasting, doing all sorts of ibadah. But the guy was into it. So he said, you know what? I want this lady Come rain, come shine, I'm going to do this ibadah, and after 40 days, I will come back to you. He went. He began the ibadah. 40 days over, the lady was waiting for him, but the guy was not coming. Ibadah. 40 days over, she kept waiting and waiting and waiting. He was not coming. Until she sent people looking for him. They found him, they brought him. So she sat and asked him. But when you came to me, I said, go ibadah 40. And 40 is over and you are not coming. Guess what was his response? That's the beginning of my departure for tonight's discussion. He said to her, when I came to you, I was looking for something. But you gave me the best of all advices. I went, I worshiped God for 40 days. After 40 days, I realized you are not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for Allah only. Imam Zainul he said, Man dhalladhi dhaka halawata mahabbatika farama minka badala. Wa man dhalladhi anisa bi kurbika wabtaga anka hiwala. Imam said, oh Allah, is there anyone who has tasted your love and wish any love apart from your love? He said, Ya Allah, is there anyone who has consoled him or herself with you and wish any other person to console him? You find Allah, you sorted. Now, nafs has different moods. Nafs has different tricks. So Imam Zainul Abidin described this nafs further for I and you to understand it into details. كثيرة العلل وطويلة العمل. This nafs has a lot of excuses and justification. We'll discuss it now. And not only that, this nafs has so many extended fantasies, ambitions. Let's stop there. You know what Imam is trying to say, mu'minin and mu'minat? Imam is trying to say there is musabbib and there is sabab. There is effect and there is cause. Now, the question is, why do I have a lot of excuses? Although I know I am wrong, although I know I am at fault, we all have excuses sometimes. And I will give practical examples on how we give excuses. So the question is, why do I have a lot of excuses? Because of tulul amal, extended fantasies. Mu'minin and mu'minat. Insan is insan because of his nafs. Allah, if there is one thing in us that He is interested in, is our nafs. When the nafs is okay, then Allah is happy. But this nafs has its own way of justifying wrongs. This nafs has its own way of giving excuses when it has to take responsibility. Let's look at examples. Say, for instance, I'm closing work. And my intention for tonight, I want to pray in a masjid shop. When I go home, I think from tonight, I'm going to start. Now you have this good intention. You know what nafs does? This is what Imam Zainul Abidin is trying to highlight. Kindly pay attention and understand the line. You get back home, done with whatever you're supposed to do. When it's time to do the salah, nafs will say, you're too tired. Wallah. You're tired. Majlis is going on in the mosque. You come back home very late. Should I go? Not go? Should I go? No, the majlis is even boring. Should I go? Not go? No, I'm too tired. Nafs. كثيرة العلل. Nafs has a lot of excuses. Somebody genuinely asking for donations. Should I give, not give? Should I give, not give? And you know the person is genuine. Nafs. كثيرة العلل. Nafs has a lot of excuses. So tonight I'm not doing the namaz shop because I'm tired. Come next day. You still determined you want to really pursue namaz shop, or you want to go to the mosque, or you want to donate. Nafs will come. Said, you know what? Time is too short. There is no time. Yesterday, Nafs tells you you are tired, Habibi. But today, no, I'm going to go. Come rain, come shine. I'm going to go. You know what? This Muharram or this Ramadan, I'm going to also recite Dua Iftitah. I will put my name down. I want to recite. Nafs will come and say, you know what? Time is too short. You don't have time. Excuse. It's okay, fine. Tonight is okay. I don't have time. But still, that side of your nafs, which is lawama, will keep pushing you. This is good. Do it. Go to the mosque. Do namaz shop. I am a neighbor of the mosque, but I can't remember when last I go for Zohar Salah. My business is in town, and I am self-employed. But I can't remember when last I go to pray behind the Imam, because I am slave to my business. Nafs. Because Nafs will tell you, if you go, those askaris that they will steal some money. That will deprive you from going to pray. These are the excuses of our nafs. So the next night, this is the last night, the third night, said, you know what? I need to go for namaz shop. I need to go to the mosque. I need to do the ibadah. You know what will nafs will say? No. You've got schoolwork, you've got exams, you've got a lot of contract to catch up. I need to open my laptop. You know what? There are so many things I need to do. If I go to the mosque is going to be too long. By the time I come back home, I'm so exhausted and tired. When am I going to have time to prepare for my examination? كثيرة العمل. Sayyidina, كثيرة العمل. So many excuses. Look at it on the flip side. When we commit sins, how many excuses we give, Habibi? Someone knows that I cheat my wife. He knows it. He knows it's haram. But when you approach him, no. Not a big deal. Misquoting verses of the Holy Quran. Excuses. Someone knows that to have a lawful relationship is not allowed. He goes for it. Kindly, please, let us all listen with our minds and our hearts. If you want this to have an impact in your lives. You know, the relationship he's having is unlawful. But when he's approached to be counseled, he gives excuses. Kathirat al-amal. No, somebody who spent the entire night murungi. I hope I get the name right. Chew and chew and chew and chew. Say, Bahaba, this is unhealthy. You are wasting your time. You're not going to the mosque because of this. You're not reading anything beneficial because of this. He said, no, Baba Sheikh, this is not a big deal. Where is the fatwa? Others are also doing. Why you want to become holier than thou? Kathirat al-amal. Nafs is very dangerous. No, someone knows that I must look after my children even when we are divorced. Man, you have to provide. He is not provided. And when he is approached, he gives a lot of excuses. Kathirat al-amal. Mu'minin and mu'minat. Nafs has very strange power. Kindly pay attention to this line. Nafs has very strange power. There are two manifestations to the strange power nafs has. The first manifestation is that nafs makes wrong looks beautiful to you. The moment you see that, you should be worried. That's first manifestation. Wrong seems very good, seems beautiful. Danger. The second manifestation, nafs will make you enjoy wrongs. Kathirat al-amal. A lot of excuses. And that is why you see Quran discusses beauty. And Quran says there are 4 forms of beauty. First form of beauty is physical beauty. You look at Al-A'raf, verse 32. قُلْ مَنْ حَرَّمَ زِينَةَ اللَّهِ الَّتِي أَخْرَجَ لِعِبَادِهِ. Who will deny the beauty that God has given to his servants? Look handsome, look glamorous, look beautiful. Nothing wrong. Quran says, خُذُوا زِينَتَكُمْ عِنْدَ كُلِّ مَسْجِدٍ. When you go to the mosque, dress nicely. Have nice perfume, attar, because you're going to stand in front of Jalla Jalaluhu. That's physical beauty. Second beauty is beautiful, is good, but it is a means of imtihan. Surah Al-Kahf, verse 7. إِنَّا جَعَلْنَا مَا عَلَى الْأَرْضِ زِينَةً لَهَا لِنَبْلُوَهُمْ أَيُّهُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. Allah is telling us, whatever beautiful and good you have in your lives and on this earth, they are all means of imtihan. In other words, not having is not the only imtihan. Having it is also imtihan. In fact, the most difficult imtihan is to have the wealth of this world. It's the biggest imtihan. Yes, you may be happy. You have the wealth. But it's the biggest imtihan. The third beauty has to do with our topic of discussion. When wrongs seem good to you. When you don't see anything wrong with what you are doing. And people are talking. You are getting reminders. But you seem like you are okay. Surah Al-Kahf again. Verse 103 discusses that. قُلْ أَلْ هُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِالْأَخْسَرِينَ أَعْمَالًا. Do you want me to show you and introduce you to those who, regardless of the amount of their deeds, those deeds will not benefit them anyway? Allah says, الَّذِينَ ضَلَّ سَعْيُهُمْ فِي الدُّنْيَا وَيَحْسَبُونَ أَنَّهُمْ يُحْسِنُونَ صُنْعًا. They are those who have wasted their time in this world. Why? Because the wrongs they are doing, they're thinking they are doing the right thing. كَثِيرَةَ الْعِلَلِ. Kabristan is very close to this mosque. We pass by almost every day. How many times we take lesson from it? Because our nafs is kathirat al-ilal. It gives a lot of excuses. I'm repeating this because I want all of us to challenge these excuses. Let's be determined. Quran says, فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. The competitors should be allowed to compete. In doing what? In gossip? No. In cheating? No. In getting to Allah. Let's compete against ourselves before we compete against anyone in reaching Allah. But the only way to do so, my dear brother and sister, is to fight these excuses. We have so many excuses. And you know what? In the art of communication, you don't have to respond to anything or everything. Sometimes to keep quiet is the best thing to do. Now let's go to the last line. In massaha sharru tajza. When the nafs is afflicted with evil, the nafs screams. What does it mean? You know, when you are in trouble and work is not going well, you see people doing a lot of a'mal, ibadah. People go to the mosque. They pray. Because things are not going well. And there is a verse of Quran, Surah Al-Ma'arij. إِذَا مَسَّهُ الشَّرُّ جَزُوعًا. He said, insan, meaning the nafs of insan. When he's affected with some challenges, insan start to scream. How many times you hear people, life is unfair? How many times you hear people, why my du'as are not answered? How many times you hear people, I'm done. These prayers I'm not going to do anymore. I'm done. How many times you hear people complaining? But I tell you, if you sit somewhere and you bring the goodness of your life and the bad days of your life, you realize that the good days will overpower the bad days. But insan has very short memory. In massaha sharru tajza. Last line, then we are done. وَإِنْ مَسَّ الْخَيْرُ تَمْنَعُ. Now in bad days, insan complain a lot. But when days are good, quiet. But this tamana, reluctancy, is not a bukhul, just misery. No. It may be part of the meanings. But here, tamana simply means what? Denying people's rights. In bad days, you don't have it. You don't have it. Now you have it. Pay his money back to him. Why are you holding his money? Why? How many people in town here, they've taken money of mu'minin and mu'minat and they are relaxed? In massakal ghayru tamna. He has it now. Pay. You know, I know sometimes in our community, people will go and borrow mu'minin's money to go for ziyarah. But when they have the money, they don't give. So I tell the ziyarah is null and void. No, somebody will borrow money and now he has the money to pay. But he said, no, I want to go for ziyarah, I want to go for hajj. Islam said, pay the money before. If you have extra, then you go for hajj and ziyarah. In massa al-khayru tamna. You've got this haq in your hand. You've got a haq in your hand. Why don't you give a haq? You are married, divorced, you've never given a mahar. Why don't you give the mahar back? When she got married, you gave a gift to her. Now there is divorce. Why are you taking the gift back? When Islam says, the moment you are divorced, allow the woman to be there until she finds her feet out there. Why you are in a hurry in chasing her away? You walk in, coming every day praying, but people's wealth are in your hand. In massa al-khayru tamna. Now I've got the money, I can pay, but they don't pay. Deal with our nafs. Quran, Surah An-Nisa, Quran 4, verse 29, makes it very clear. Allah is telling us in Quran, لا تأكلوا أموالكم بينكم بالباطل إلا أن تكون تجارة عن تراض منكم. Don't eat wealth amongst you in false, unlawfully. Today you see how we rigging each other. Look at mu'mineen communities. Look at how we want to see the downfall of one another. Look how we want to prosper in our businesses, but we don't want our Muslim, Mu'min, Shi'i, Ithna, Ashari to prosper. Where are we going? Your father has entrusted you with the business. You squandering the money. When you are called to account for it, you shout and undermine people. In Massahal Khairu Tamna. Let us wake up, mu'minin and mu'minat. Life is too short. And if we do not take care, the wait will be too long. So the first leg of this Masa al-Khair is Hukukun Nas. You can read any commentary of Munajat al-Shaqin, you will come by this conclusion. Hukukun Nas. I told Mu'minin and Mu'minat this afternoon in the mosque. Allah will never interfere between people. When Habibi, you take my right hijaz, of course you'll not do it. If you do not give me, Allah will not forgive you. You relax, you are enjoying your life. Holidays, ziyarah, umrah, the marriage of your daughter, the marriage of your son, throwing parties and receptions, sometimes music in the reception with all justification just one day, forgetting that one day you can be called to Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. People throwing, but people's wealth are with them. When you ask them, give my wealth back to me, they offend you. In Masal Khairu Tamna. This is the lesson I would like us to take away. When you do your businesses, be careful not to allow a loaf of haram in your business. I want to challenge everyone, including myself here, especially those who are married and have children. Can you sit next to your children and say to them, I can guarantee you between me, you and Allah, whatever I fed you, ever since you came to this world is halal. If you can do that, you are sorted. If you cannot do, change now. It is not too late. In Massa al-Khayru Tamna. Mu'min want to see Mu'min's downfall. No big deal. So how do you prepare the grounds for the global justice? How do you want to make the world the way it should be when we are willing to massacre each other? The last leg of this in Massa al-Khayru Tamna is Hukuku Shar'i. Yes, today we have people come questions. Am I supposed to pay khums or not? People ask this question. Where is my khums going? Who is in charge of my khums? So let's get something right here. The concept of khums is deeply enshrined within the teachings of Ahlul Bayt. Before you look at how your khums is spent, we quoted a tradition on the first night here where Imam Al-Baqir salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi Imam Al-Baqir said, take care of the aitam of this ummah, the orphans of this ummah. So Imam was asked, who are the orphans of this ummah? He said, we the Ahl al-Bayt. Give us our rights. Anyone who fails to give us our rights, it is as if eating our flesh alive. Hukuk. Hukuk. There will be no barakah in your business. That's the lesson of tonight, really. Huh, Habibi? That's the lesson of tonight. Imam Zain al-Abidin is teaching us. The young ones, I see a lot of you here, start on a right footing and you will never regret. Allah will put barakah in your earning. Hukuk al-Shar'i, your khums, is of great importance. It is in Quran. And so that's what Imam Zain al-Abidin is talking about. When things are going well, they forget the right of Allah and the right of people. Let us learn mu'minin and mu'minat. Tomorrow night, God's willing, is a very interesting part of this munajat. Mayyalatul lil-la'ib wal-lahwi. So this nafs is too playful, banna. You see how nafs is too playful? When I finish majlis, I go out there, I sit in that baraza, I enjoy. Personally also I enjoy, isn't it? I enjoy. I don't get tired. I want to keep going and going and going and going. Maybe what will take me away, maybe salah or sleep. But when I come here to learn, or I enter that mosque to pray, the nafs will tell me it's too long. You see, mu'mineen, I agree with you. Program should not be long. I definitely agree with you. But when program is longer for 5 minutes, relax, manage your nafs. When you watch that movie, are you able to manage the nafs? So I want us to master nafs by the end of this series. That is my aim, inshallah. Let us master nafs by the aim. So we want to see who is a real Allah soldier. You have to now compete with your nafs. Talk to the nafs, loud and clear. I'm going to do it this way and not that way. May Allah purify our nafs, inshallah. And may Allah forgive our shortcomings. May Allah make it easy for us, inshallah. We try in our level best. We are not ma'asumeen. All is in the hand of Allah. We said, Ya Allah, we're going to try our level best and we need your help and intervention. Ya Allah, intervene on our behalf, inshallah. Allah, by the end of this holy month of Ramadan, make it easy for us to recognize and discover who we are. Wa akhir da'wana an alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin.